This is a box of wheel covers, commonly known as hubcaps, designed to fit Nissan wheels for like the Nissan Leaf or the Sentra. They're the 16-inch diameter wheel covers. So I was sent these to review for free. If you wanted to purchase them, they'd be about $70 for a set of 4. So that's, less than $20 per wheel cover, but you have to buy a set of 4. You can't just get a single one. So they come packaged in the box. You get 4 of these little kind of springy rods, and also 4 of these wheel covers here in a plastic protective bag. So they look a lot like the stock Nissan covers. They have a little cutout here for the valve stem, the 5 holes. They do not have any logo or branding here, but other than that, they look very similar to the Nissan OEM ones. Now on the back here, it looks like you're going to have to install these yourself. I haven't found a piece of instructions yet. I'm going to unpack the rest and see if there's any instructions in there. There were no instructions from the box, so we're going to have to figure out how to put these little spring things on ourselves. I'm hoping it should be pretty obvious. It looks very much like there's these little clippy things that goes through all of them. There is this single little notch here, and if I had to guess, that notch probably goes here-ish for maybe the valve stem. I'm not certain of that, but that would be my guess. There's also a little rounded notch here, so it's potentially possible that that rounded notch or the square notch should go for this valve stem area. I don't know. So we're going to try putting the square notch in the valve stem area. Now, it looks like this thing just goes in underneath all these little clips. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going around and I'm trying to put it in. And you can see here, it's wanting to bounce out a little bit as I go around. Okay, I think I have it under all the clips. I don't know if having that little thing there is correct or not. I'm hopeful I'll be able to take it out if it doesn't work out right. So we're going to have to go and try to put this on a wheel and see how well it works. Alright, this is a 10-year-old OEM hubcap, and you can see that it has some definite scrape marks all around this spring, and so kind of, it's dinged up. Now it does have the logo, and that's the big difference here, is that this guy does not have the logo, but otherwise it looks very similar. Now, here's where I find out if my little idea about this spring being in that orientation is correct, or if I need to rotate it some other way. Alright, that was a little bit harder to put on and take off than the OEM ones, but the OEM ones are 10 years old, so that might explain the difference there. So, other than the lack of the logo, it definitely looks nicer than this guy. So yeah, I had to pound on it just a little bit, but it's on there really well now. So yeah, if you need a hubcap replacement for a Nissan like Leaf or Sentra R16 wheel, this guy worked really well and looks pretty good on there.